Thank you, Nina sir. Thank you, Madhukan sir, for this opportunity to talk with the beautiful audience today. Hi, this is Piyush Dave from MHM Outcome Based Education and Consultancy, and I'm here to tell you the power of Python. So, I'm a professional trainer for Python, data science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. And I'm going to take you to the great presentation for 30-35 minutes to tell you everything you need to know about Python and why coding everyone must learn. Even if you're a teacher, you are an entrepreneur, you are a student, or you are actually looking for to jump from one technology to other technology. The best way to go along is a Python. So I'm going to take you through the presentation for 30 minutes to understand why Python and what is the real need of a coding today. So let me take you to the great presentation where I'm going to share with you a very interesting part, and that is future of coding. And let's start. Just give me a second. Okay. So the future of coding, power of Python. So thank you very much for TNI for inviting me, and let's start with a very great example. Okay. So now this webinar is divided into two important parts, and one part is coding as a skill, why everyone should take coding as a skill, and the second part is why Python. Okay, the first part, why coding as a skill. So let me take a very simple example with this. So we have a 20% on this side and 80% on this side. And you'd wonder to see that 20% is a greater than 80%. So you might be wondering, it is not possible mathematically 20% is greater than 80%. So let me tell you the logic behind it. So we have a 20% of the skill, and 80% we invest our time to get a degree. But actually what is more useful today is skills. So when you have the skill based education, then only you will get a maximum benefit. So the my company name is MHM Outcome Based Education. That means we are going to learn the things which is going to give you outcome in terms of three things: either recognition, upgradation, or financial gain. So these are the three things which I always look forward when I want to learn something new. And the Python will going to give you for sure these three things. So let me take you to one more thing. So we have a very interesting fundamental, and that is 80-20 principle. So input and output, you can see. So our 80% efforts which we give for earning our degree is actually giving us only 20% of the output. And the 20% skill what we are learning today is actually giving us 80% of the output, truly 80% of the output. So let me be very clear that you need to put efforts to increase your number of skill which you have right now. Continuous upgradation of a skill is required. I've seen so many persons who complete their degree, but they are lagging in the skills. So it is very difficult for them to survive in the industry. And today we have the skill-based education importance. So that's why there are two education going on right now. One is the education which you get from your professor, that is professor of your college. And the second education which is going on, which is very trending these days, and that is a education by the smart people. Okay, and that is basically the smart people are basically looking and increasing the skill. They increase the skill, they upgrade the skill, and they put a course for everyone to upgrade their skill. So let me take a very simple example. What is the meaning of a skill? Okay, suppose you have some problem in your tap. It is basically running. So you called one person who has a degree of plumbering, and he could not able to repair that. And he could not able to repair that due to some reasons, because he has a degree but not the skill. So what is basically required? You need a person who has a skill to actually repair the plumbering work which you have right now. So the simple logic is skill based education is actually trending today. Even government also understood that importance of a skill based education. And today we are going to talk about a skill based education as a coding. So I'm going to tell you the 6 reasons why you should learn coding. if you are from any background, you are from commerce background, you are from IT background, you are from electronics background, you are a teacher, you are an entrepreneur, or you are a normal person who actually stay in house, you can say housewife, everyone should learn coding. Why? There are 6 reasons which going to join for all of the audience which are listening to this. The first thing which I want to talk about is basically when you learn coding, or when your child learn coding, it basically improve its logical thinking. So when you want to increase your logical thinking, you must start a journey of a coding. Okay, so I already told you the first part is a coding as a skill, and the second part which I'm going to talk about is about Python. So first thing, coding. Why coding? Coding actually increase your logical thinking. So you want to work in finance, you need a logical coding. You want to work in normal electronics, you need a logical thinking. So your logical thinking actually improve by coding. So when you start doing coding at any age, your logical thinking capability will going to increase for sure. The second thing which I always say, when you understand coding, your creativity to work along the things will increase. Okay, so when your creativity will increase, it will basically make you free from all the problems which you have right now. So coding actually increase your creativity. You are working in suppose technical marketing. When you do a coding, your creativity to do a marketing will going to increase. When you do a coding, your creative thinking about going to the customer will going to change. So when you do a coding, small part of a coding, it actually give a basic creativity in you. The third thing which a student in the student perspective, that your math skill will going to increase for sure when you do a coding. So it helps you to actually increase your math skill also. So there's so many students who are basically lagging, but when you do it with the coding, it become a very interesting and a best way to learn, and that basically increase your mathematics skill also. I've seen so many parents always says that their child have the poor academics performance because they could not show them the practical things. So when you see a coding or something practical concept which are going on, your academic performance of the students also increases. So this is also a student perspective why you must start with the coding. And yes, you become a real problem solver when you start doing a coding. So your child or you are in some business or entrepreneurship. So when you do a small coding examples, it basically help you to become a problem solver. And today we need people who actually solve the problem of a people. So maximum revenue the people who are getting is from the problem solver community itself. And the final thing is which everyone look for, that 80% of the future job are going to be a coding itself. So for sure, your child, you must think of learning coding from now. So this is a very simple 6 fundamental which I always talk about too. This is applicable to everyone. This is applicable to you, your child, if your employee, everyone is basically come into this. So when you study coding, there will be 100% benefit to you. Now the thing is, when it comes to a coding, the people basically very reluctant. They become very reluctant that how to go about the coding. Okay, because there's some people who are from teacher community in the group, there are some people who are basically from business community, so they become very anxious that how to go about the coding. So I'm going to tell you a very simple step to start your journey for a coding. I'll tell you a very simple example with I always give to all the learners. Suppose right now I don't know the skating. Now, if I practice for 4 hours, for sure I'm going to balance myself in the skating for sure. Now, if I do the practice for 40 hours, I could able to skate very nicely in the expert level. And if I could practice it for 4,000 hours, I may go into the Olympic for sure. So what I actually mean to say, the number of hours and the right direction to learn any skill is required. So now today also, if you right direction, if you right professional trainer with you, And if you are willing to give a number of hours which require for 4 hours, 40 hours, 400 hours, and the final step professional is 4,000 hours. So if you're ready to give this number of hours, yes, you can able to do a magic. You can able to do a magic for sure in the coding. So I'm going to take you to the presentation where I'm going to share why Python. So first thing which I want to tell you, why Python. So you can see all magical companies are here. NASA, Google, Nokia, IBM, Yahoo, Walt Disney, Facebook, Netflix, Amazon. You tell any company, every one of them today using Python, every one of them. Okay, so you can understand this company is now bending towards Python. Even Google said 60% of their coding will going to be converted into Python in next 5 to 7 years. So you can understand how much demand of the coding. I'll just give you a simple example. Your Spotify is one of the app of a music is completely based on Python, completely Python wave framework. Okay, so this is the main reason why you should start your journey with the Python. Okay, now some point which I want you to talk about the Python, which will be very generalized and every one of you could able to make a meaning out of it. The first thing which I want to talk about is it is relatively very simple. So if you know basic mathematics, I can take you from a very basic level to the advanced level of a Python. Only basic mathematics is required. What is the meaning of basic mathematics? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. That much everyone knows. So if you know a simple basic mathematics, I can take you to the expert level of Python. So relatively very simple. Anyone can start, anytime you can start. The next important part is about Python is free and open source. So Python, there's a commercial version of a Python is also available, which company uses. But for us, for the all community, it is open source. Okay, so still it is open source and all the new versions of the Python are open source and free. Now we have compilation process in C programming, but in Python, there's no compiler. Directly full code will be executed. It's completely fine if you are very new to the programming, but let me tell you a very simple meaning. It is very easy to solve the error in the Python. That's what I actually mean to say. Okay, so Python community try to make the syntax very simple, so people can focus on logic, not the syntax. Let me tell you a very simple way. So if you go to the other programming, the people focus more on syntax, but Python community focuses more on the logic, not the syntax. So syntax are very simple. Okay, syntax are very simple, and there is no compilation process. Direct interpreter can run the full program at the same time. And one special thing which about the Python, which I want to share with all of you is in the Python, we have the error message which is coming up. So the error name will be shown if there is an error. So when you take that error and just put on the Google, there will be a huge community will going to help you to solve that error. But in other programming language, that is not the case. Here, the error name are already predefined. So when you go and have an error, you can fix the program in just quick time. So that is the one special part about the Python, which I always like. And the next part is it has a large standard library. So I'm going to come to your screen and tell you what is the meaning of a library. I want your attention here. I hope everyone could able to understand this. So I want a quick reply from all of you in the chat box that you are understanding. Just write why in the chat box. Why means yes, you are understanding, you are listening to me. Okay, just write why in the chat box so I could able to understand. Okay, you are actually connected to me. So Rohan sir says hi. What about others? Quickly press. Siddhant says hi. Nina sir says hi. Dr. Abdul says hi. Quick feedback. Very good. Very nice. Thank you very much. What a quick reply. What an audience we have today. So okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Abdul sir. What I actually mean to say, why I actually came on the screen, there's some reason behind that. In Python, we have 56 libraries. Now, what is the meaning of libraries? So 56 library means what? Suppose you want to work with signal processing, we have a library. You want to work with image processing, we have a library. Library make your work very simple. So you don't need to write a code for that. You want to apply DFT, your FFT, Fourier transform. We have a direct code for that. So small keyword and your total code will be reduced. Okay. You want to work along arrays, you want to work along data science, you want to work along artificial intelligence, you want to work along machine learning library. Everything is available in the library. You just call the library and use the function. So that is what the meaning of a library. We have 56 library available in the Python. I teach almost 17 different libraries in my courses. So 56 libraries are available. So you want to work on speech processing, library is available. GUI library is available. You tell me the application, I will tell you, I will going to tell you which library it is there for that kind of work. Okay. Data visualization library, data analytics library, everything is been, and you can also develop a library. So Python has that kind of a facility. So you can develop your own library. Like we have 33 people in the group right now. We can join together and develop one library and submit to the Python with our name. That library will going to come in the Python itself. So that is a one best beauty about the Python. Now let me take you again to the presentation, and that is standard libraries are available. Now next features, which are you can work with any kind of OS like Windows, MacBook, Linux. You want to work with which kind of operating system, it's completely fine. So developer can use, even MacBook and Linux have the inbuilt Python. Okay. Okay, you can join two languages. You can join C++ and C with the Python. That is also allowed. Even Java also you can join, and that is a JSON library is available. JSON library is available. So JSON library is available. It is interactive way to test the code. I always give a presentation which is basically called as Let's Talk with Python. Let's talk with Python. So basically when you can interact with the Python and it give you answer. You can develop a beautiful GUI, graphical user interface, voice user interface with Python, and there are so many IoT opportunities are there with the Python. You can control any hardware with Python. You just tell me which hardware to control with the Raspberry Pi, with the programming of Python, we can control that. Okay. So now this is a very important part. I hope you are motivated to learn Python. Now the question is how I can learn Python in depth. I request all of you to mute yourself, please. Okay, so how do I learn Python in depth? Everyone have this question for sure, 100% for sure. So let me take you a very simple, quick steps. The first step is you can start with the free tutorial and resources. Like I have a YouTube channel where I am broadcasting this. So I have put almost all possible tutorial on Python. You can just visit and start with a free tutorial. Once you are okay that yes, I'm ready to learn, then you can offer a certification. Like you can come to us. We have MHM certification process, or you can go to the Udemy. I have a lot of courses on a Udemy also, where you can go and learn and take certification on Python. And finally, which I always say to the students, that you must participate in online Python contest. We have all the time a quiz going on with our company, and there's so many other quizzes which is going on the internet. You can just go and participate into that contest. Some contests will pay you a very good amount. Even we pay around 70,000 rupees a year to the participant of the this Python contest with the collaboration of other resources. Okay, great. So now suppose you learn Python. Now what is the next step? So you learn basic to advanced Python. Now what's the best step? What I should do with the Python? Okay, what you can do, I'm going to tell you the 6 important things where you can apply the Python. Okay, great. So first we will going to start with data analysis or data science. Okay, let me tell you a very simple story of a data science. Let me come to the screen itself for a while, so I can talk to you people. And this is a way I always teach to the student. Okay, there are some other teachers also, professionals also, but I always talk to the student like this. So I'll tell you a very simple example of a data science. Suppose if you go to the Mega Mart, in the Mega Mart, bread and butter are always bought together. Very simple logic. So they can check your bill and they come to know that bread and butter are bought together always. So they never give a discount on bread and butter. Instead of that, they were going to put bread and butter on the two different side of a mall. So when you go from one side to other side, 500 meter when you walk, you are going to buy a lot of things which you're not thinking of buying it. So there are some association between the buying pattern of the customer in the Mega Mart. Okay, so what they take your data, they understand your data with the Python, they do a data analysis, and the product which is placed in the particular place is been already decided by them. Okay, so many times you go to the Mega Mart and you are end up buying the things which you have not thought of buying it. Okay, so you are not thought of buying it, still you are going and buying the things because it has been placed that way. Now let me take you very simple example. The product which you have at your home right now, whatever product you have at your home right now, it is not purchased by you. You might be thinking what sir is saying right now, but it is not purchased by you. It is a marketing strategy which has been placed by the marketing people and the people of the business community and the data science which is working behind that. They made you buy that product, bought that product. Now let me tell you a very simple analysis, and that analysis is basically called as redundancy analysis. You just thought of the things which you have not used for last 6 months. They are all redundant. Okay, the marketing strategy has made you buy that product. Actually, you're not thought of buying that, but there's a data science which is working behind that, and you are actually purchasing that product. So I hope I could make some sense to you. So let me get connected again to the people. Just write why in the chat box so I can able to understand that yes, you are actually understanding why data science and how Python can be used for data science. Yes, great. So quick response. There's a why. So okay, I always say only just write why so that everyone could reply very quickly. Thank you very much. So before buying any product, what is the learning from this webinar? Before buying any product, just think of, do I have the use of this for next 6 months? If no, then you should not waste your money. Every dollar you waste, you either go to or invest, you either go to the one side of dead end or one side of actually your future survival. So you need to think about whether do I need a product, do I need this product, or why I'm attracted towards the product. So there is some marketing strategy behind that, and you can do that marketing strategy with the Python. So we have a course for that, and we actually teach how the association rule works. Okay, you can build a website using Python. So we have a framework called as the Denjo, then Flask, which basically works on the Python. Okay, so next part is you can be a machine learning engineer. So we have 36 algorithms for machine learning, and machine learning are most demanded, you can say, field today. So you can do all machine learning algorithms with Python for sure. Okay, so I teach almost 17, 18 algorithms out of that. Okay, great. Now the fourth which you can do is you can design a beautiful GUI that is using PyQt or Tkinter. You can have a desktop software with the Python. Okay, and finally you can automate your process using Selenium or automation with the Python. And finally you can develop the AI system with Python. Basically what I do, I basically teach AI, artificial intelligence with Python, machine learning with Python, data science with Python, and core Python also. So the four things I basically choose as my career, and I'm working on it. I have not touched the building the websites with Python, and I have not touched the automation process with the Python. So I have not developed that to website, and the second one is automation process. But the rest of the things I could able to work, and I'm working, and a lot of people are learning from that also. Okay, great. So this is what I want to talk about. How many libraries we have in Python? So Python, we have almost 56 libraries. These are the main libraries which are used by a lot of people. So there is a library for machine learning. There's a library for data visualization. There's a library for what is the full form of AI? Is the artificial intelligence. Okay, we have a library for data analytics. We have library for image processing. We have library for voice processing. We have library for signal processing. You tell me the application, I'll tell you which library it is. Okay, so I made a document, beautiful document of 56 libraries which are used in a Python. So this is what I want to share with you. These are the some training which I conducted into the colleges, IITs, NITs, and NITI. So these are the some things I almost trained more, more than 5,000 students till now. Okay. So I hope I contributed to you something. Just give me a quick feedback on the. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you the sir, Siddharth, how can be power to the, okay.